How can a subscriber independently verify if an NHP house is validly allocated before making payment? And now there is a case, revocation, and some people who are not aware of what is going on. They might want to, okay, I want to verify this property before paying. How do I do it without going to the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development?
If you are negotiating to buy any federal housing property from any allottee, it is safe for you to visit the website of the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. Therein you will be able to access and see all the list of those whose allocation letters are still intact. In other words, those who have completed their payment and allocation and final allocation letter issued to them. You will also be able to see those whose allocation letters have been revoked or withdrawn, so that you don't fall into the hands of someone whose allocation had already been revoked. For someone who has made part payment before the revocation, someone who couldn't continue for one reason or the other, his part payment is not lost.
Okay.
He will be able to get his part payment. And for someone who also wants to buy, the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development has the list of those whose allocations have been revoked. Just visit the website and know whether the person marketing to you, his allocation is still intact or not. And for those who are in Abuja, just visit the office building at Mabushi and you'll be able to confirm from A221 of public buildings whether the allocation is intact or otherwise. That will keep you safe from buying from a revoked allocation.
That will keep you safe from investing wrongly. Good day and welcome to Encumbered Properties RED ALERT. On this show, we expose properties you must avoid. Disputed properties, encumbered properties, or properties that are for any reason not available for sale. I am Rex Chinedu Agoawuike, your host. Today's alert concerns a critical government revocation that affects thousands of subscribers nationwide. Exclusive information available to encumberedproperties.com reveals that the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development has officially revoked the provisional offer of allocation of houses under the National Housing Program (NHP). This revocation affects allottees who failed to make full or outright payment even after the 90-day deadline and an extended 8-week grace period granted by the Honorable Minister. This is in line with paragraph 2 of the provisional allocation letter, a clause many ignored at their own peril, and now they are paying for it. If you made full payment and completed all documentation on or before 28th February 2025, you are not affected, but something is expected of you. If you are in this category, you are advised to visit the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development to collect your final allocation letter and take possession of your property immediately. However, for allottees who couldn't meet up with the payment before the deadline, and especially third parties who were or are trying to buy from someone whose allocation letter status cannot be confirmed, please stop. Look before you leap. Ask yourself the following questions before you make that bold move. Is the seller, the allottee's allocation letter, still intact or revoked? Did the person selling to you complete payment before the 28th February 2025 deadline? Otherwise, you will end up buying gbese with your own money, and that's a big deal. Because if they didn't meet up with the payment before the deadline, you are at serious risk of buying a property that no longer legally belongs to them. What about those who had the provisional allocation letter but failed to meet the deadline? Those of them in this category, their claims to the property no longer holds for the fact they did not meet up with the deadline and the extended 8-week grace period. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. The properties reverts back to the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. It is therefore critical for the general public and prospective buyers to demand proof of final allocation before investment. Verify directly with the ministry at room A221, Public Building and Housing Development Department of the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, Mabushi, Abuja, or consult encumberedproperties.com before committing funds. If you are yet to follow us on our YouTube channel, do that now so you stay updated with information about encumbered properties, disputed properties, or properties that are for any reason not available for sale. Also, like and share this video to save millions from wrong investment. A missed deal is better than a rushed deal. Before you buy, verify. And at encumberedproperties.com, information available on our website and our social media handles are free of charge. Till I come your way again, remain safe and stay out of troubled properties. I am Rex Chinedu Agoawuike, thanking you for watching.